I just can't. When I came on live, I was saying, let me go and Google something really quick before I even get started. But hi, how y'all doing today? Thanks for the one person in here, and thank you for hitting the like button already. I really appreciate that. We gonna ask Google a question because I done asked it too many times. So just so I can get so I can get clarity on it. So for the past couple of days, I've been using the word Pandora's box, and I've been know words have meaning. So I started saying, I don't even know what Pandora's box means. So why do I keep on saying that? So the better word that I supposed to been using was the Jack in the Box. Those of you all, I don't know, you know, people be scared to tell their age or whatever, but I don't care nothing about that. You know, back in the days, you had used to have the Jack in the Box, and you turn the crank on it, and you don't know when the Jack in the Box is gonna pop out the box on you. That's more like what I mean. I don't know nothing about what Pandora's box is, but when you talk about some of the things that I talk about, then you can kind of it get into that. Hi, good morning. Well, not good morning, but hey, Lorraine. I'm on here hollering good morning. But oh, you said good morning too, so that's all right. We good morning to you. Hey, music bird. How you doing, girl? It's good to see you. Okay, so I've been using the word Pandora's box, right? And again, I told you, I said, let me stop using that because I don't know what it means. So I've been asking for a couple of days that, in my lives or whatever, does anybody know what Pandora's box means? Nobody has answered me yet, but somebody just brought it to my attention a few minutes ago that I read a comment where somebody commented up under one of my videos about it. But it says Pandora's box is a Greek mythology, which talking to my sister on yesterday, she did hit on it just a little bit that she think it's had something to do with the Greek mythology, but she said don't quote her on it because she was not sure. But it's the first sentence that is given, and I'm getting this definition off of Google. So it says Pandora's box is a Greek mythology concept that refers to a box that contains all the evils of the world and was given to Pandora, the first woman on earth. Well, honey child, I don't want to open up Pandora's box full of evil because that is not what I was talking about. So I just read the definition off of Google of what Pandora's box is. And Pandora's box had is not about a box of evil being opened up. And though the things that I'm talking about, it do feel like the I can put it in this way. The evil things that was happening to me back in the days and stuff when I was a little girl and everything, it felt like that. Okay, so those things are like those situations and stuff. I wouldn't say they resolved or whatever, but they've been coming up lately. And then for me to um for them to pop back up in my head, sometimes it's like a box that's opened up that I don't have any control of when it's being opened up. So, hey, girl face, you know you. Yeah, I came live because you said several things just a few minutes ago, and I was just like, if girl face don't get off of my wall, you know how they be saying you be a fly on the wall. I swear, it be like that sometimes. But anyways, I'm like, so I was like, let me look up what that thing is. And no, it's not Pandora's box because I'm not digging into a box of evil. It's just that if I'm having a conversation and I'm being asked a question about something, sometimes going back and talking about some of those things, being asked questions or something, whatever, something extra will jump out of that box like a jack in the box that you don't expect to jump out. But I also don't want to, I'm not in a place where I want those things to stop because absolutely, if they're on the inside, they need to be pushed up and pushed out so that I can move along with my life. Um, so that's what I'm gonna be using from now on. The word, the jacket, the jack in the box. I just don't know when it's gonna jump out. And but actually, the live that I did last night, Jack jumped out of the box, and it wasn't like my triggers from before. It actually was better. I was able to not go to a place of where I was just distraught the whole day and all of that good stuff. So that's what I'll say from now on. The Jack in the Box. We ain't gonna be talking about no Pandora over here, because we don't need no boxes of evil opened up. The unseen things says yes, those are familiar spirits that come because they know a box of worms. Yes, 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 yes. Now, I just seen um girl face poster. As soon as I read the first couple of sentences of your comment, the song came to my mind. And then I seen at the bottom of it you said this is an old hymn from back in the days. Girl face, man, that was a song my grandma and them used to sing all of the time. And it went a little something like this. There's a storm out over the ocean and it's drifting this away. If your soul's not anchored in Jesus, you will surely drift away. Let me tell you something. I ain't heard that in forever and a day. But as soon as you type those words, honey, I knew I knew exactly. I ain't even have to finish reading your words. But it brought a smile to my face to even think about, because I always say this growth and the things that I'm going through and like these healings and everything, I always be saying to my sister, like in a joking way, that um I feel like the things that I be going through in life and everything, I feel like my grandma is partly responsible and the ancestors before, because of the prayers that they sent up before they left here and they didn't return void. So I'm like, for you to put that song in there. Hi Linda, hi Tiny. Can I just call you Tiny? Lord Day, Lord's Day tomorrow. God bless. God bless you too. And I have a thing that I say over here. As anybody come through and tell me God bless you, or they praying for me or whatever, I always say, whatever you praying for me, I pray God give it back to you 10 times what you ask him for me. And I know he gonna do it. um but let me see what else. Okay, and then I also told y'all last night that I was still up, just like going over the conversation that me and my sister had. And then I was that my daughter was having surgery this morning. She had surgery this morning and all went well. She's home, and she in a little bit of a pain, but everything is lovely. So I thank you all for and I didn't even ask for the prayers, but I had people who sent up prayers and stuff for me, and you already know I said it tenfold back to you. Um I don't have a whole bunch of anything else to say. I've been out to the garden already today. Things are starting to look so amazing out there. I told y'all before, I've been going out there, and then when I go out there, it's like everything is just for months and months. Everything was stuck. Nothing was growing, nothing moving. Just stuck in the same place. And I been feeling like that with my life too as well. But yeah, we not stuck no more. So I just said and it's been a while since I had been going live. I used to go live quite a bit, and then I stopped because going through situations and stuff in my life that I just feel like I really don't want to talk about them, but I feel like I need to talk about them, but I don't. And so for me, I just go off and be by myself and just don't talk to anybody. And that's in my real life for real. I really do things like that for real. That used to be a thing that was, I'll say, what the way that I do it now is nothing like what I used to do before. Um if I would get mad about a situation, I literally could walk around my house. And again, I told y'all I raised 14 children. I could get mad and I can walk around my house and it can be just like nobody else exists inside of my house. I'm like the only person that's living there because I wouldn't say anything to anybody. Well, um, I'm not I'm not in that place. And I must say that a lot of the times when I was in spaces like that, I stayed there in those places because I've never been one that for conflict or anything like that. So it's like, and I don't want to say like I didn't know how to use my words because when you set up in life the way that my life was set up in the beginning, it's set up to make you be quiet, make you shut up, and things like that. So, um, I can't necessarily say like I was scary, but it's like I don't want conflict with nobody. It's like I want it to be liked. I want it to be loved or anything. So people could run me over, but then I wouldn't necessarily say anything back. And yeah, so um I just always went to my quiet place, which did not serve me well. Did not serve me well anyways, but that was something that I had to learn. Go sow some seeds, sis. That's your gift. Read about the seed sower in the Bible. Yep. I've been people don't talk to me about the seed sowing in a long time. I think the first time I ever heard anything about a seed was my sister-in-law told me, unless a seed, girl face, I already know you know it, so I don't know how to say quote the whole thing, but I know you gonna say it. She said unless a seed falleth to the ground, what's the rest of it? Hey Shalissa. Um and that was the first time that I heard about that was when after my mom passed away. So and around my mom passing away, hey Corinne, how you doing? When my mom passed away, it was a whole lot of things happening around it, and everybody thought my issues was around just my mom passing away, but nobody had any idea that um pretty much all the people that hey Joshua, I haven't seen you in a long time, and maybe it ain't none of you, it's me. Cause I haven't been on here. This my first time like getting coming, well, not my first time. I've been coming on here off and on, but not like I used to. I used to be on here almost every day or whatever. So I'm just trying to get back in the groove of coming back on and doing whatever it is that I do. But during the time that but it's good to see you. Good to see you. Um when my mom first passed away, everybody thought that it was about, and I'm pretty sure my sister-in-law didn't think that it was just that because she was able to read me. No, it's you not coming on, right? It has been me, Corinne. I haven't been coming on, but I'm getting back in the groove. You already know I'll be off and on with it, and that's what I do. Is my silence is me trying to work through the things in me, and then something, not just one thing, but there are several things that always push me right right back here, right back here. I can just tell you, Justin. Justin, how you doing? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. You don't even know, Justin. I be you like a brother to me. We could sit around for hours upon hours and just talk. I mean, the people that's coming up in here today is like, no, like I've sat with Justin. Me and Justin don't really like know each other like that, but it's been some times like me and him done sat around and we have had some amazing conversations, and you will think that we lived in the building next door to each other or whatever. But it's just, I mean, so many good people that God put in my life and everything, to be able to do these things. But me sitting in silence, though, girl face, was the first time um with my mom. I had so many thoughts and stuff going through my mind with her passing away, and the that violated me and stuff showed up to that funeral. So it was a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of stuff that be happening. And so that's a it's the old pattern that I usually do. Is like when I'm going through something, I just be off by myself and with my own thoughts or whatever. I shut everybody out whenever I go through those things. But I say that here lately, it's been getting better. I'm learning not to shut people out, use my words, talk. That's how the enemy works. Get you in a place of silence. So I can truly say it's not, and that it just ain't gonna happen overnight. It's gonna be a work that happens. But just about any time you see me where I ain't showed up on here, and and I ain't gonna talk as if I'm gonna continue that. I'm a talk and say that as if that's done now. That me going to a place of where I just go quiet. And when I'm telling you I'm quiet, I won't say anything to anybody. No words, just me inside my head. And listen. And then when I do things like that, it ain't never about the person. It ain't about the person who offended me or did anything to me. In my head, I'm beating my own self up. I'm saying things about my own self that I shouldn't be saying or whatever. And so it's just, there's just so many things that come from that place. That place. So many things that come from that. So it's just if that's what you taught when you were a little kid, that's all you know how to do, because your words don't matter. And then when you do say words, you being told that your words is lies, it didn't happen, shut up, or whatever. you that's what you learn how to do. And so that's what I learned how to do. I always thought like my words don't matter and anything. And now now I have time. And it's just so funny that when I ain't in those kinds of spaces or whatever, I love to talk. I could sit around and talk for hours and hours upon hours to any and everybody. I really can. But and two, sometimes like when it come down to me being mad about something, sometimes I do need to go and sit down and shut up, because you know how they say, um you should be, what they say, quick to listen and slow to speak. Because now I do be in a place of where, like, when I say stuff, sometimes I don't care what I say. I really don't. Y'all done seen examples of it. I'm not no angel or nothing. So it's like the same way that I can sound like, oh, I'm just Miss Nice Nice. I know y'all done seen times on here where Shauna can come on here and say some things, and they ain't no nice words. But and I don't apologize for them. I got a lot of stuff built up on the inside of me, and I'm learning every day how to deal with those things that shut up on the inside of me. So and the one thing that I want to say is, as those things still happen, I still see growth in them. I don't love those things. I ain't trying to be perfect. I don't want to be perfect, but I want to be pretty close to it. I want to get pretty close to it. Not even close to it. Just say I want to. I'm striving to get to that place. I'm never gonna be perfect. I'm always gonna have flaws. And I'm fine. I'm fine with those flaws. And sometimes I do apologize. I find myself getting ready to apologize for some of those flaws or whatever, and then I'll be like, no, I ain't sorry. I ain't sorry. I don't even mean that. So cause sometimes even in my anger, like I meant to say every single thing that I said. I really do. I really do. I probably would change the way that I said it, but I said everything I meant to say. I usually don't make up no stuff and just say no any and everything. No any and everything. I mean everything that I say. Probably not the way that I said. I probably can X some of the cuss words out that I say and everything, cause I could turn into three sailors on the bus on the ship. um from time to time, but yeah, I'm a work in progress, y'all, and hopefully all of us is. Ain't nobody perfect but the Lord. Right? Right. So, you know, but I was earlier. I made a video about and I think I already said it, but I made a video about me being stuck. Just like everything in my garden, nothing nothing was growing. I was like, what's wrong with this thing? I mean, I've been using I use chicken poop. I've been using chicken poop the whole time that I've been growing in the garden. It's all of a sudden like I go out there and got stuff planted and everything. And then nothing moving. Nothing. So, um, I don't know because this time I let my kids get the chicken poop without any supervision. So I don't know if they just went out there and they picked up some dirt off the ground or whatever like that right there and put it in there. But whatever it was not working. So I had to go back to one of them old routines that I used to do. And I say, you know what? Let me go to the store. And then too, because my garden, I always tell y'all that whatever is happening in the garden, my me growing my garden is whatever is growing out there, I apply the growth to my real life. And if my garden is stuck, I'm stuck. And guess what? During this time that my plants weren't growing, I'm stuck like Chuck. I ain't growing. I ain't growing nowhere. I'm going through all kinds of stuff and I'm just stuck there. And guess what? At that time, I wasn't coming on here talking to none of y'all. I wasn't saying nothing. I was quiet. And quiet had me stuck. And so I started praying and asking God, okay, how am I going to get out of this place? Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Hey entrepreneurial. Um, hey Phoenix. How you doing, girl? I started praying and I was like, why is my garden stuck? Why am I stuck? Cause see what I have a habit of doing is everybody else is more important than I am. Everybody. I've been like that my whole life. What everybody else need, what everybody else wants, what everybody want to do is more important than whatever it is that I want or need to do. I'm always at the bottom of the totem pole. And that is no longer working for me. So, um, but again, the first thing that I wanted to take care of, um, is my garden. Why my food out here is not growing? I mean, it stayed low down to the ground. You know, when the plant first come up out of the ground, it's like the plant I planted the seed, put it in the ground, and you know when it just sprout above, that's as far as it went. It sprouted above the ground and then it stayed there. And I couldn't understand. I ain't never. Hey, a sense of wonder. I appreciate you for subbing to my channel. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Phoenix. Thank you very, very much. Um, I couldn't figure out why. Why isn't my stuff growing? I have never had that experience forever. Never had that experience where I go out there and plant something and then it doesn't move. So I just kept on asking. I was like, I know I put chicken poop and everything, and you know I live by chicken. You know my chickens put it out, and I use it for fertilizer, and my stuff is guaranteed to grow. I always have good growth and everything. But the requirement this time was, will you step outside of the box and do something different? So I think that something different was I knew, okay, if this is not working, I'm going to go back to something that I have tried before and it worked for me, which was bone meal and blood meal. Did I want to use those things? I did not want to use those things. But I went and got them and I mixed them together. So I'm saying to you, if what you already been trying before, because see, you can always take your garden and you can apply it to your real life. Real life. And those of y'all who think you gotta be some kind of professional to grow something in the garden, nope. I'm telling you, there's gardeners on here that'll tell you, get you some seeds. You ain't even actually gotta go and buy no seeds. If you get stuff, if you buy tomatoes and stuff from the grocery store, don't you know tomatoes got seeds in them? Instead of you raking those seeds, that rinsing them down the sink or raking them into the garbage, go out there where you got some dirt at on the ground, and I guarantee you, if you can't grow nothing else, you can grow a tomato plant. Rake them seeds down on the ground and don't do nothing to it. Don't even cover it up with dirt. I guarantee you, you will get some growth. So, because I knew something that worked for me before, I went back to that thing. When I went and bought it and I dug around the sides of my plants and I began to put that fertilizer down, I said in 1 week, I didn't think, I said in 1 week. And when I said it to my plants. And y'all got 1 week to show me some growth. And as I'm talking to my plants, because you know, if you growing plants, I don't care what kind of plants you grow, your plants be talking to you, and y'all that grow stuff, y'all understand just what I'm saying. If your plants need a drink of water, they got a way of telling you. You got to know sign language that them plants be speaking and stuff. You don't know. You can walk past your plant and your plant will scream at you, hey, I need something over here. And I don't know. I've been out in my garden before. At one point, I had an acre back there planted. I was out there and I said, I'm today is my relaxation day. I ain't coming out here to do nothing. So I went out there and went to sit down and go to my relaxing day. And again, I had to talk to myself because this is another situation where I always say I'm going to have a relaxing day. And I never, now I'm good at telling everybody to take their relaxing day, but I don't take days like that. Every day is go, 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 and just do stuff. So I go out there and I'm on live with you all. I hear my tomato plants over there. I mean, they just talking, and it's about 75 of them. They over there just talking. Look at us over here laying on the ground. You just gonna let us lay over here on the ground? And I'm looking at the camera and I'm saying, y'all, the plants over there talking to me. I ain't going crazy now. I'm telling you, the plants is talking. We need some water too. You ain't gonna turn the sprinkler on for us today. I say, all right now. You got to talk to them like your children. I hear y'all over there, and I know everything y'all need. But today, it's mama time. I ain't doing nothing in the day. I'll be out here to tend to y'all tomorrow. And when I got out there the next day, I took my day, and trust and believe me, the all that talking I hear, I can hear the plants, because you know your plants have a way that they look, certain things that they do, and you just as a gardener or the one that's taking care of them, you just know what they need. And when you don't know what they need, you know, like if just like if something happened to one of your kids or something, you can just the way your kids change or the look on their face or their attitude for the day, you know when something's wrong with one of your kids. That's the same way the garden works. The next day I went out there and I did everything till I shored them up. I clipped them up to the sticks, put sticks down and every day, and it's the same thing. When I went out there doing all that for that, the video is up. I looked down and the devil is still busy because it was a snake down by my boot, and had I not I think Miss Coffee was in here. Yeah, she's one of my moderators, and I had just bought boots for the garden. And she was like, Shauna, where's your boots at? And I was like, child, I don't feel like putting them on. She was like, you need to put them boots on. I had just put the boots on, and I looked down at the ground, and I looked back and hurry up and quickly look back again. And the snake was touching my foot. And see, y'all know over here we call it a high class garden. When the snakes show up in the garden, the day is over with. Okay, but on that day, I ain't let I didn't let the snake run me out of the garden on that day. It definitely scared me, and I have back issues. But honey, that snake made me jump all kinds of hurdles, all kinds of hurdles and everything. That back pain went right out the window. But also in that video too, my husband came and ended ended the good old snake. But yeah, the video I made a short. There's a short of it, and honey, it was some cuss words when I went to jumping across them rows and everything. And the same garden that I'm telling you, I mean, I can talk about the garden and connect it to my life all day long. This is all I used to talk about all the time. There's times when I can have the saddest of day and I can walk out there in my garden, and I used the sunflowers that used to be like towering over my head. They were so pretty. It was like I could be having a bad day and go out there and just sit in the midst of those and listen to the ticking of the water sprinkler, and it was like heaven to my ears or something. It was like the calmness, and just like Girlface say, um when I'm out in the garden, it's like that's my happy place. I always dream of like having people over and walk them through my garden. Well, my sister Shalissa know when she come over here, we always gotta take a walk through the garden. I done had my nephews out there before, and we right in the middle of it, and it's like they can see it online or whatever, but you see one thing when you're online, but when you walking in the midst of it, it's like a it's something it's something different. And the feeling that I feel is like I be wanting the people that I know, the people around me, to feel that same sense of like when you walking through your garden, and just the what you call it, like the what you putting in your garden giving back to you, and you ain't gotta beg it for it or no nothing. It's just like it's like a balanced relationship between you and your garden. It's like, you know, if you take care of it, it's gonna take care of you, and you all gonna keep on giving back and forth to each other. There ain't one person taking more from the other than the other. Y'all know what I'm saying when you get into the garden. But it's like I when I be talking, like I have so many thoughts that be running through my head. I guess it's what you call people like racing thoughts. So it's like it's hard. It'd be hard for me to like to stay on, because you know sometimes I even come in and I was like, what I was talking about, y'all. Because I be done lost track of what I'm saying, because I'm having so many thoughts of what I want to talk about. And before I would be having racing thoughts about things that I want to talk about and racing thoughts about things that I don't want to talk about. And it's like and I still have that a little bit. It's like racing thoughts of the two. And I feel like the more and more I go forward, I care less about the things that I don't. And let's say it ain't that I'm not supposed to talk about them. It's just like I don't want really want anybody's opinion on whatever it is that I want to say. Sometimes I just say it, and y'all know I have videos too where I come on here. So if you ever in one of my chats or whatever, um, even my moderators know also. I can come on and I can be doing a video, and because I want to get my thought out, um, if I get a lot of questions and stuff like that, I'll lose my train of thought, and it's like something I spiritually need to get out of me to move past my day. It's like a release. So if I come on here sometimes and I'm just talking, 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 and I act like I don't see the chat, I am ignoring you on purpose because I need to get something outside of me. And there's times that I will come on and I will talk and I'll end the video and I won't say anything to you all. It's not a disrespect or no nothing. It's just a move of this is something that I needed to do for me. I did it and I'm out of here. There's just certain times, and probably there's a lot. Most of the people that's in here, under the sound of my voice, has been through a lot of the things that I've been through. And when you've been through those things, you tend to put yourself on the back burner. And there is going to come a time when you're gonna have to turn off all the background noise, and it's just you and God. That's it. You ain't got time to hear what nobody else got to say. And then there's going to be a time where, and right now I feel like I'm in that time. Is like, there was a point where I couldn't listen to anything that anybody could say. And it's like now it's like I'm chasing after everything. I'm trying to understand everything. And it's like revelation is coming like bam, 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 bam. And I'm like, and all I can do is laugh. You don't even understand. It's like there are some things that I've been trying to understand. And I'm just like standing still. I was like, God, I can't move unless I understand this right here. I can't move. You know, like Color Purple when she was standing to the door and she say, I can't move. I can't move. Whoopi Goldberg. Y'all done seen the Color Purple? Oh, come on now. I know ain't nobody in here ain't never seen Color Purple. But she's standing to the door and she say, I can't move. I can't move. I gotta see her face. I gotta see her face. And then Suge Avery stood her head up and she said, you sure is ugly. I don't care how ugly but you know God ain't gonna call me ugly no ways. But child, I don't care how ugly my face look and how many tears I'm crying or whatever. I can't move. I can't move. I need to know what is going on with this right here. And when I tell you, just to be able to ask that question, let me tell you something. I've gotten it, and it's like it ain't even that people even know that I'm searching for this stuff. One of my sisters in here, I'm talking to her one day on the phone, and she tell me something about something she just read in the Bible. She don't know what she doing. Not off of Bible, but she reading off. She got these little inspirational cards that she read or whatever, and so she was like, "Child, I read such and such and such today," and and right while she talking, I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down because I'm like, I'm going to read this when she comes. She don't even know that she giving me something. Girl face. Another one. She been coming up under my thing. At first, I wouldn't even say anything. I wouldn't even say anything to her about no scripture. And every day, like clockwork, She got the pop in there, and everything she say, she put a scripture with it. I said, I'm going to read it. Oh, then she left one the other day. Joel 2. Girl face, if you in here, what it was. I done wrote it down everywhere, but right now I'm trying not to get up and go and give up. But it was Joel's. Well, if you don't know, if I don't know the Joel 2 and something, but Acts 17 is another one. Man, I ran after so many people trying to get understanding of what that was because it wasn't clicking right in at the moment or whatever, but I chased it down. Joel and X, yes. I chased it down until I got the full understanding of what was being said. But it's just like you don't need to say nothing to anybody. All you got to do is trust and believe and know I'm going to get the answers to what I'm searching for. And I'm telling you, none of these people knew. My other sister, she's texting something. I could be listening to somebody else talk about what's going on in their life and everything, and then they'll say a Bible verse and it was for me or whatever. And it, and it's just there are certain things that been happening. Things that happened to me is like I had a dream the other day. My dreams are I have not known myself to have a dream and it not actually happen. But what has never happened to me is I've never shared a dream with somebody before and they've told me to keep it to myself. That happened to me the other day. It hurt my feelings. But usually when something hurts my feelings, it sends me to that quiet place. I refuse to go to that quiet place. I refuse to go there. Cause that strength ain't come from the inside of me. No way, because something like that happens to me usually makes me shut down. I go to a quiet place. I'm not talking to nobody. It's like I'm mad at the world. Not on this day. No, I need me some understanding. I need to understand what just happened. And you ever get ready, like something hurt your feeling and you can feel like let's just say this. You ever bit your tongue before and you can it don't matter what you do, you can feel them tears that tear coming to your eye. Don't necessarily mean that the tear gonna come there, but you can feel it. You can feel it coming up in your eye. It was kind of like that, and it's like I can feel the tear coming there, but the tear never came. But I needed understanding as to why that happened. And when I tell you before the day was over with, um, it started to flow of what happened. Because I refused to be in the same place that I had been in for years and years and years. I ain't stuck no more. We're not stuck anymore. You can choose to be stuck if you want to, or you can claim, I'm growing, I'm growing, I'm growing, I'm growing. When I saw myself stuck and I'm going through this same thing over and over and over again, and my garden was stuck too, no, I don't accept this. Why? Why? Well, they say we have not because we ask not. Me, I always growed up thinking you ain't allowed to ask God why this and why that. I feel like it's as long as you're asking it out of the spirit to understand instead of saying, now why God, why you let this happen to me? Why? Because I don't know about y'all, but I've been around people who be like all on the ground, slobbing and crying and everything. That's not me and God I don't have that same kind of relationship with God. God is like, to me, if I call a friend up on the phone and I'm talking to them about the things that I'm going through, See, because God know me when I'm talking. He know what I'm doing when he know when I'm talking on the phone. He know how I talk over here when I talk there. He know how I talk over there. And so when I'm talking to him, I come to him just like I'm a regular old person. God, I don't understand this. I don't understand what is going on. I really don't. But I really want to. I want to understand this. I want to understand why I'm here. Why is this happening? But see, I was always taught you ain't supposed to question him about anything. But if you ain't got no questions, then how you gonna learn? How you gonna learn? So I don't like being stuck because one thing that I do know about it, um, that ain't like God for you to be stuck in the same place forever and ever and ever. I want to keep on moving. Keep on moving, don't stop. No, keep on moving. Yeah, so I have questions and I ask them. And if God tell me none of my business, I can handle that too. None of my business. You just keep doing what I told you to do because sometimes that's a requirement too. You don't need to know what he's doing. All you need to do is what he told you to do. And sometimes you got to disregard your feelings that you feel because your feelings and what God telling you to do ain't got nothing to do with each other. I just learned that the other day. I don't want to be talking like I'm no pro, but I learned that the other day because at the same time I felt like I could blow up and go off on somebody about the way that I was feeling because a tear was coming to my eye. And you can have those feelings because we all do. We human. But your feelings and what God got you doing ain't got a thing to do with one another. So I don't know. I'm trying to think. Is the do I did I get everything off of me that I felt like I needed to say right now? I don't know. I just feel like I'm just cheesing left and right. Like I had a. I don't even feel like I took my daughter to have surgery this morning. I feel like I don't know. I feel happy. I really feel happy today. And with all that's going on in my life at this moment, um should be saying that I have no reason to smile. I have no reason to smile with all that's going on behind me. You know, a lot of people don't know. Me and my husband, Acts 2 and 17. Absolutely. Absolutely. Me and my husband is separated and have been for more than 6 months now. I'm not living inside of the house with my kids and my husband. I'm actually staying by myself in a shed. And I'm fine with that. I'm happy. Were there some rough moments? Absolutely. I've come on here and I've shared some of those rough moments with you all. Even in here having anxiety attacks and all of that stuff. Um Being up all night long, couldn't there was no sleep. Um so um it feels like I should not be smiling right now at this time. But yet I am. And it shall come to pass. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It shall come to pass. And for a minute, because that's not the first time that has ever happened to me. But imagine you had gone through a situation like that lasted for almost 2 years. There was a point in my life that I went through that there was no sleep and no rest for me for almost 2 years. So for it to come back up again in my life, it was a scary situation because I didn't want it to be what it was the first time. Um I mean there is so many things. Um it's a lot. And so but yet I'm still here and I'm smiling. I'm smiling. Those times when I went through in those lives, and I know there is times I didn't want to. I didn't want to take my life, but I felt like I'd rather be in the realm of the not living than the living, going through what I was going through. But I also knew that's what the devil wanted me to think. That's where he wanted me to do. That's what he wanted me to do. Because in that situation too, I was also holding on to what I thought was a secret. And one day I was at a church and my secret got exposed right there in front of the church. There was a prophet in town and she said, "Ooh, Pastor, I see candles lit all around her, meaning the spirit of witchcraft." But I see God putting them out one by one. I'm telling you, in one of my journals, when that tsunami, when the earthquake, that was an earthquake that had hit Haiti. The secret that I was holding on to is that the guy that I was dating had put roots on me. And I went to bed and I dreamed that one night that his, you ever seen how I'm gonna say my grandma because that's where I seen that. My grandma used to put fruit out for Christmas. We from Florida. We from Vero Beach, Florida. Where that's where all the citrus and stuff used to come from. So we had our granddaddy used to drive a he drive a citrus. He used to have on the semi trucks and stuff, get truckloads of fruit and everything. So we ain't never had no shortages of no oranges and grapefruit and stuff like that. But she would set the bowls up on the table for Christmas and stuff like that. And sometimes the fruit will sit there because ain't no, you ain't running into nobody in Vero. Probably not no more these days because they done not took all the fruit trees and everything away from there. I don't know what's wrong with them folks. But there's no more fruit trees and stuff like that. But anyways, my grandma would let the fruit sit up on the thing, and sometimes like just like a gourd, the outside of the peelings on the fruit would turn like hard enough where you can hear the sound of you tapping on it. Well, I went to bed this one night and I had a dream that the guy that I used to date that was from Haiti, that his head was turning into that orange. And the dream was so scary that I jumped up out of my sleep. When I jumped up out of my sleep, the first thing that I did was I began to pray for him because his head was turning into like a hard orange or whatever. And I was just like, what was that about? I say about 2 months later, I can't quite get the dates because remember at this time I'm no sleep or whatever. But I ran into one of my family members when I went back to Vero to visit. She was in the store And when I was in the store, she asked me, she said, "Hey, did you hear about the guy that you used to date when that when the earthquake in Haiti happened? He was buried up under some things and they didn't find him till almost 2 weeks later." And I was just like, oh my gosh. So just think about that. It ain't that you can't, because of who you believe in, that it can't happen to you. It can happen to you. God never said the weapon wouldn't be formed, but He did say it wouldn't prosper. And I knew that on that day. And still, even though I knew, because I thought my thing was a secret because I was saying it, but I was saying it in a joking way. I think He put roots on me. I think He put roots on me. I kept saying it. But I was saying it like it was a joke because I didn't want somebody to think that I was crazy because I was saying it. So now I've moved to Orlando 2-3 hours away from where I was living at. And I'm not saying that to anybody. And now my secret is out. Um and another thing is whatever somebody's trying to do to you, when that weapon that they form does not prosper, where do you think it goes? It's like a boomerang effect. It goes right back. You know how they say, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Go right back to where it came from. And I still wouldn't change that I got up and prayed for him, because that's just the kind of person that I am. Um, I've been known to cuss some people out or whatever and say some things. But I don't I don't like being harmful to people. He showed me a snake. It was already loose. God gonna speak to you in your dreams. I mean, it happens all the time, and usually, whenever I share my dreams with people, I mostly get people who like, if they don't accept it, like they really don't say anything, but for the most, or they just be like, okay, yeah, kind of like that way, and that doesn't bother me. But to have somebody actually say to me, keep that to yourself. And then when I say, huh? They say, yeah, the next time you have a dream or something like that, keep that junk to yourself. Yeah. And for it to be one of your children is even more hurtful. So, but anyways, I got through it and I'm okay. It's real. Pay attention. All don't know. I know it. I know it. And I'm trying to be less offended by that and understanding. Absolutely. But you all, if I get anything else today, I'll be back on here and I'll be back talking to y'all again. If don't feel over here in this chat, you can ask questions and you can say whatever it is that you need to say. It needs to be respectful, and you need to respect the other people that's in here and what they're saying. We can always have conversations and stuff over here. And yet, if you don't know how to do that, then we got to exit for you over here. We don't mind getting rid of, because if it's only one person, two people in here talking back and forth, that's okay with me. I ain't, I'll come on here and hit the live button, and nobody ain't got to be in here, and I'll be fine with just jumping right on off of here and don't have nobody to talk to. But this is a safe chat. You don't have to worry about nobody. As long as you don't um come over here trying to hurt nobody, nobody ain't gonna hurt you. That's how it rolls over here. But the truth is what we looking for over here. And girl face, you do too. And I really appreciate, you don't even know. And I always like to say, I don't want I and I know you ain't gonna take no offense to it. I don't like to give you no glory, but I'm telling you, right from the day, I'm gonna tell you the day that I remember my first interaction with you, girl face. And I don't know if that's the first time that you were in my chat, but I think you were in my chat the first time when I had my I had my weapon pulled out on a certain day, a certain situation happened, and you said that that person is a demon. I don't know if that was the first interaction with your first interaction in my chat, but that was the first time that I remembered you. And let me tell you something. You don't even know. I know you just talking, you ain't seen this person in your face, but I'm telling you that on that day, I knew that there was something. I knew it was something because when I walked inside my sister's house and I seen that boy the first day, I never seen him before. I said to my sister, I said, that boy right there, he broke in your house before. He the one broke in your house before, ain't he? And she looked at me and she say, how you know? I say, because when I walked past him, I felt it. I felt it. And my sister was like, oh my God. I had no, as a matter of fact, let me just say this. I had never even been to my sister's house before. She live in Georgia. I'm here in Orlando. I had never been to her house. She usually comes back home or whatever, but I had never been to her house before. I don't know any of her neighbors or anything. Soon as I walked through her door, he was standing right there on the side of the doorway. And it's like when I walked through the door, it was like I could feel everything coming from him. And when I walked into her room to go and put her stuff down, when I went in the room to go and put my stuff down, I couldn't even hold it in. Oh, there's Shalissa right there. She said she did say it. I said, that's the one that broke in your house right there. And she was like, how you know? I said, I felt it. I can feel it. I felt it when I came through the door. And I said, he in there up to no good right now. I say he in there listening. Now I'm just thinking back to all of the stuff that I was saying to her on that day. He's standing there and he getting information and everything. And then what did he do? He waited for my sister to pull out of her driveway. And he came in the house on me, not knowing I was inside of the house, requiring me ever in my life to have to draw my weapon out. And this is a young boy, not super duper young, like in his teens, but he's still young. I have children that are older than him. He in his 20s. I got kids. My oldest is 33 years old. Soon to be 34. And God knows that's not what I wanted to do. But on this day, See, usually I would be willing to lose my life for somebody else, but today I want to live. And just the way that I told her, he's standing there, he's listening, he's sucking in information. And that's exactly what he was doing. And he waited until they all pulled out, and there he is, coming inside of the house while I'm the only one inside of the house. Only one. But yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all the same way girl face keep saying to me. Pay attention to your day. Pay attention to your day. Focus. Sometimes you can feel stuff and you be trying to push it away and trying to ignore it. Because it's so many times that I don't walk past people and I don't feel certain things and I decided to ignore it. Pay attention. All right, y'all. Um, and I haven't said a whole bunch about Christmas and any of that stuff because I don't really I enjoy the holidays and everything like that, but I don't really get into the gift giving and all of that there kind of stuff or whatever. Like we do little things and do it, our own way. But still I would say to you all, happy holidays. And may y'all enjoy all of the festivities and all of the good things, all that good eating and everything that y'all getting ready to do. See, we ain't cooking nothing because I don't want my daughter to miss out on. We usually do dinner and stuff like that, right? Hey, Terrence. Hi. Yeah, that's another one right there. Be over there. Y'all go and check it's a Terrence kind of thing out. I appreciate that so much. Y'all go over and check him out too, because there is some things that he be saying, and I could just tell you like some of the things that he speak about. You know, he be right on in there. And I just the other day I ain't even feel like talking to nobody. I wasn't talking to anybody. Doesn't mean that I don't be in your chat and stuff and listening and everything. But I couldn't even not say anything to him because I've been there. You sitting in the room. I've been in school. I've been bullied to the point where I didn't want to go to school. I actually started skipping school, hiding in the bathrooms, doing anything to not go to school and be bullied. I know what that feels like. And then when you still, you're in the stage that you in your grown up life and you're not scared, but you don't want the confrontation because there is something that's built up on the inside of you that this person does not know that you can pour out on them like a scalding hot cup of coffee. And they have no clue. No clue. And even us sometimes as a person, we don't even understand how far that thing that we got backed up on the inside of us, how far it could go. See, I've even been told by a pastor before, you have a you have to put an M on the front of it, a Urderus demon. And let me tell you something, that pastor set me off when he said it. I was mad. And I told my sister-in-law what he said to me. And my sister-in-law listened and she said, now sis, I want to tell you. She said, don't ignore what he said. Just because you don't like what he said, don't mean, there go again, girl face. You don't pay attention. You better pay attention to what he said. And when she said that to me, I began to pay attention because it had been several times that cup of hot coffee the kind that'll make your skin melt off, has came up, and I'm telling you, God done put somebody there every time to stop me. Um, Lots and lots of situations, lots of them. So I know what it's like to be in those places. And Terrence, we in a new place now. We don't have to be around any of those people. We don't have to keep giving them chance after chance. Give them to God and let Him give them chance after chance after chance. His grace is sufficient. Just like that. But y'all, I love y'all, and I feel like I could just sit here all day long. And if one person just say one thing, I can be here all day long, and just talk to y'all. I really could. And I really feel like I'm on top of the world right now in this moment. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all that stayed in here and wrote it out with me, because you could have spent your time anywhere else, but you decided to come and spend your time with me. And for that, I appreciate it. Thank you all for coming over and spending time with Life with Tashanna, where life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get, but chocolate is good, ain't it? And sometimes, according to what chocolate you eat, it is good for you. But I always want to leave you with grow something and make it match with what you're doing in your real life. You don't know, you ever went to school and you did the thing where you put your bean in the cup and you grow that flower and you come running home from school and that bean be flopping everywhere. That energy feels so good. Put you some in the ground and watch it grow, and watch how it make you feel to see it grow. And the next level to that, because you know there's levels to it, you can see the plant come up, but when that plant starts to give you fruit, baby, that's a whole nother level right there. So go ahead and grow you something. You can grow your fresh vegetables that you buy from the grocery store. If you go over to the fresh section, let me tell you something. If I buy an apple and I cut it open and it got seeds in it, I'm gonna put it in the ground and see if it grow. As a matter of fact, I got about 3, 4 apple trees out here in my garden growing from the apple in the grocery store. All of my pineapple plants come from when you at the grocery store and that pineapple come, you twist that little green part off of the top of them. It already have the roots there growing. Go stick it in the ground and let it create you more. My pineapples from the grocery store created me 20 something pineapples just last season. Hey Gamma, how you doing? Good to see you. It created me 20 pineapple from the grocery store. So anything that you get over in the fresh section, try and grow it. You get you a potato, a red potato that got, they grow them little sprouts or something on it. Go out there and stick it in the ground and let it create you about 10, 12 more red potatoes. Within 3 months, all you got to do is pull it up. You can get you some more stuff. But now they doing things to our food that they trying to prevent that from happening. I'm gonna show y'all one thing and then I'm gonna get off here because I have a bad habit of saying I'm finna go and then I end up being on here for another for another hour for another hour. But I'm finna show y'all the evidence of what I do. I'm gonna show you just one. Okay, 2 weeks ago I cooked cabbage. And I told my brother about this. I'm never successful when I well, I ain't gonna say I'm never successful. I have never been successful before planting cabbage, not with the seeds. But I do believe one of these days I'm going to be successful at it because every year I always plant cabbage. It ain't worked so far, but I know one of these days I'm in the place of expectancy. I'm doing good today, Gabby. You see I'm over here smiling. But let me show you. I cut everything from off of the cabbage except for I didn't disturb the core. Don't pay attention to that little ugly brown stuff right there. You know it's gonna come off. Right? Look up under the bottom up there. You see the little knobs and stuff right there, they starting to come out. That's going to create some roots. I'm gonna show you the other one. But look at it already, just from it being sitting inside of the water. You see the cabbage is starting to grow already again. But now I'm going to show you the other cabbage that I have in here just to show you the proof. Do you see the root that's coming from up under the bottom of that right there already? I can go ahead and plant that in the ground. It also got other little ones. Let me turn it to the side. You see the little roots coming out of the side of it? Now let me tell you about this right here. And this is a cabbage from the grocery store. I bought this cabbage from got two cabbages from Aldi's, right? And I only got them sitting in just enough water where you see that black at, right? I've taken cabbage like that before, and you just put the bottom part of it. You know, you spread the dirt out and sit it down in there and just rake it up around it just a little bit. That one cabbage head will make you four, three, sometimes four cabbage heads on that one cabbage. Stop throwing your stuff away that you get from. If you get it and you don't got it, you know what you can do. You can come up under any one of my videos and say, Shauna, how you grow this right here if I get this from out of those of you all who buy celery and stuff. You get celery from the store. You love to make soups and stuff like that. You get the celery by that's on the stalk. Don't buy the pieces that's cut up. The same way I put that cabbage in the water, you can do the same thing. Sit it in water and it will make roots on you. I actually showed it to y'all. You get a mango from the store. It got a seed in it. Plant the seeds. Make your stuff grow. I got strawberries. I got all kinds of stuff. I'm just saying. You go over to the fresh section and you buy you some stuff. Just I get excited when somebody asks me, well, how you can grow this back right here? If just to show us this away, your girl gonna try to try. I had two peach trees, but even a pomegranate. I took the pomegranate and opened it up. You know, you get them hard seeds in there. You can't chew them seeds. Thank you so much, Gamma. You can't chew them seeds up that come in that thing. You give them to your children, let them go and spit them all over the ground if they want to. Right now, I got like 6 pomegranate trees. And you know they say pomegranates are very good for you. You already paying for it. Why you throwing it out there in the garbage to go to the for it to grow out there where the buzzards flying around at it at the thing out there? Throw it out there in your yard. We used to have a thing that we call a dump garden, and we just took some cinder blocks and blocked it off, put some dirt in there, and anything that had a seed in it that we got from over in the fresh vegetable section, we throw that junk right over in there, and we ain't did nothing special with it. Came watermelon, cantaloupe, anything, cucumbers, all of that stuff. If it got a seed in it, squash, throw it over in the dump garden. You ain't got to do nothing to it. You can go over and spray it with some water every now and then if you want to, if you feel froggy. Before you know it, I am telling you, go over and look at somebody's stuff where they talk about them having a compost bin. It's a lot of people don't never go and buy seeds. They just go in their compost bin and open it up because the stuff in the compost bin is growing. So there you go. I'm telling you now how you can create a garden. You don't need to go and buy no seeds. If you buying stuff from out of the grocery store, plant it and see if it grow for you. And there you go. Thank y'all for joining Life with Tashanna. It's been amazing. It's good to talk to y'all. And for those of y'all who looking for great game nights with great energy behind it, go over and join in with It's Gamma's World. She do some of the best game nights and it be so fun, and she is very very nice. You can join her panels and stuff like that and get up there and talk. Love the games. Sometimes there is even a monetary game, and don't be afraid to contribute to some of those things, because she have a cash app and you can, even if it's $2 or $3 to go in, it's fun. I like to go and play a bingo or something every now and then, because especially when you ain't won a whole lot of stuff in life, it make you really super proud. And I can tell you about it because I done been over there and didn't even know that there was a monetary game, and then I won $10 one night. And I was like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. I was happy about my $10 that I won. You know what I'm saying? But the games are really great and fun. So, check It's Gamma's World out, and if you ever just need a pick me up or a laugh or whatever, go over and check out, y'all. She be coming up with them games. So again, y'all, I appreciate you all for being here, and I will talk to you all later. Just as sure as I have anything to talk about it, Gamma, you are very very welcome. You be lighting up my life up. See, I'm finna get ready to start talking about something the other day. Now, see, I done heard it 2 times. Now I gotta say this, and then I'm gonna get my behind off of here, cause twice I done heard somebody say it, and I'm so, you never know who you impacting when you say some of the things that you say. Now, see, I heard Gamma say out loud on her channel, I have a takeover spirit. And just to hear her say that, it made my heart jump, because I never heard somebody just come out and say that, because I actually have that same spirit too. Not the kind of takeover spirit like, I just walk in and I boss your thing or whatever. But it's like that kind of thing is like you somebody's asking you for help or whatever, and it's just like after a while, some people will, if you, oh, since you know that arena over there, they sometimes it ain't even that you're taking over. They just don't mind letting you have it, and before you know it, you doing everything for everybody. How you got there. Then I heard Peach McIntyre say it the same thing, because I have a takeover spirit too. And I'm just like, I can't believe that I'm in these places and I'm hearing people say that, because that's actually what I do. It's like, I know somebody needs help, and it's not necessarily that they have to ask me for the help. If I know they need help, it's like I walk in and what, I done took over it, and then I don't know how I got to that place. And I actually do take accountability for those things. That's one of the things I done said 100 times over and over again. Certain situations I ended up in, and I always say, they never asked me for help. I just saw there was a need for help, and I jumped in, and before I knew it, I was into something that um I didn't want to be in. So I'm saying to you, Gamma, you never know who you speaking to and who needs to say, hear you say that, because sometimes people feel crazy for feeling like they have those things, because people beat you down sometimes for the way you feel, and for me, it's just like, oh yeah, that when she said that, honey, I recognize that right there. I have that. I have that too. And so now, I be trying to lay that thing on down, girl. You better shut up. You better not say you bet I need to do this, and this right here, honey. I'm learning to sit. Girl, Shauna, you better sit there and shut. the whole hell up. Don't you say nothing. Don't volunteer your services or no nothing. Sometimes you gotta, and that's what you have to do sometimes to get over that takeover thing. So, but Gamma, I appreciate you for the encouragement. I really do. All right, y'all, let me get off of here and go in. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Yep, I'm learning to shut my mouth. Okay, then. Okay, I know that's right. And that's me too. I'm learning. Don't volunteer your services. And sometimes people say stuff to you because they know you will volunteer your service. They can already sense that you one of those people that you will just do and do and do. And they don't mind. They don't mind. They don't care that you right there to do it for them. So you calling yourself with the takeover spirit, and they willing to sit there and let you take over because they want you to do everything for you. Honey, I learned the thing is like, oh, you wish you could do it. Well, let me help you go. Let me help you get to that place so you will be able to do it instead of me taking over. And you will. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. Before I be done thought of something else. To say. I really love y'all and appreciate y'all. And may God bless you all. And y'all have a very Merry Christmas and enjoy your family, your friends, everything, And most of all, give God a gift. You know what I'm saying? Give him a gift. Give him a thank or something. Because this day is about him after all, right? See y'all later. And grow something.